Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos al set de Kinótico en el Festival de San Sebastián, edición número 71. Estamos en una churrería constante de contenidos, pero todos de mucha calidad, así que no os podéis despegar de la pantalla. En colaboración con Fred Film Radio hacemos entrevistas de industria sobre todo, y hoy nos acompaña Frédéric Boyer, que es el director artístico del Festival de Tribeca, también del ESAC y de Reykjavik, así que nos puede contar muchas cosas desde los dos lados del Atlántico. Vamos a hablar con él. Frédéric, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, David.
Did you understand my blabbing in Spanish?
Un poco, sí, hablo español un poquito.
Ah, perfecto. Entonces puedo hablar español.
Yeah.
No,
Possibly, but
let's do it in English.
Okay, sure.
How do you feel here in San Sebastian? How do you feel
I
here?
feel always very good. I mean, I like the vibes. Of course, the film, of course, the festival, but the vibes and the quality of the conversation, and it's very important for me. Nothing against Cannes. Cannes is extraordinary, but it's really difficult to meet. It's really difficult to take time. So we have also the food, but people are happy here. So I think it's a good thing. So
And this is an audience festival.
It's a totally an audience festival. There is a tradition of clapping after the film. This only film festival. You go out of the big screening hall here in the Cursal, you can see the sea. There is something really magic, connected with the nature. No, it's an extraordinary film festival, of course.
We've had some sales agents today here. It was Goodfellas and Trust Nordisk and Neon, and they all say you can test films here. You can know if you bring films here, you can know if the audience is going to respond or not.
That's totally true. It's just it gives the temperature of the film. Most of the time it's good. Sometimes it's not as good, but there is hope. You know, cinema there is a big crisis. But with a festival like San Sebastián, we forget a little bit the crisis. We believe in a good future. Mm-hmm. We have projects, we have things, and then for me, it's also the place I can meet people from Colombia, Argentina,
of course.
the Chilean. Mm-hmm. So it's really easy for me to meet all the industry from Latin America. Yeah.
So if I say to you the name Robert de Niro, you say what?
I said it's not pasta. It's an actor. A fantastic actor. He's the founders of the Tribeca Film Festival. Just after the fall of the Twin Tower, he decided to bring culture in the neighborhood of Tribeca, and he loves cinema. He loves film, and of course I see him sometime, and we are really proud to have him as a ambassador, boss, and yes, we have such an admiration for Bob De Niro. Yes, of course.
I'm going to ask you just after this trailer something about how and when you program your festival, and where and when do you see films to program Tribeca. But let's see the trailer of El superviviente de Auschwitz. Son solo 20 segundos.
Me interesa su historia. Soy el superviviente de Auschwitz, pero nadie sabe cómo lo consiguió. La chica que dejé en mi país no sabe que estoy vivo. Quiero convertirte en una atracción. ¡Traidor! Necesito ganar.
No puedes, pero puedes sobrevivir.
¿Merece la pena luchar por ella?
Seguimos con Frédéric Boyer en el set de Kinótico en San Sebastián. So, where and when do you see the films you end up programming for Tribeca?
When I'm seeing the film, unfortunately, we are watching the film through links. So it's on my computer when I'm traveling. At home, I have a big screen, so I can put it in a big screen. And in a way, of course, all the professionals going to tell you it's better on a big screen. That's true, but it's not true.
And it's not possible.
It's not possible.
Not
but when it's beautiful, even on I don't want to watch film on an iPhone. But of course, it's through links. And you know, I was working also for 14 years in a video store, very big one in Paris. And I love the VHS. I love to see the cover. Now with the link, you see nothing. You see a line, and this is a little bit frustrating to not even have a visual. So this is not as good as before, but it's really easy to watch a film. I don't have to be in New York to watch an American film. I can be in Paris, so it's good.
So the three festivals that you are programming, are they very different? Which lines of programming do they have for
They are
each
extremely different. Mm-hmm. Extremely different. It's the Les Arcs. It's a 15 edition this year, and it's a festival dedicated to European cinema with a very large part of film industry. So it's a cinema from the beginning to the end, from the script, the shooting, And then we have the exhibitors coming, distributors coming, and we have also a film festival with a competition, with guests, and so it's a ski resort. So I always say in Les Arcs, no dogs, no kids, no cops. So it's like it's very small, but it's really cool.
Okay,
Nice.
I have to go. Yeah.
You have to go, of course. It's very special. It's very
And
good.
what about Iceland? I went to Iceland for the European Film Awards. last year.
Yes, it was last year. But Iceland is fantastic. The audience is between 25 and 35. Someone told me there is they love music, they love electro music, they love paintings. Art is very important. The art and culture is very important for them. Q&A are extraordinary. They are curious. So, and for me, of course, for programming is great because the only rules, it has to be an Icelandic premiere. So it means it's only the film I like. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a team, so it's really, I'm free. We are free to program the film really like. So it's cool. It's really nice. And Tribeca, it's an international film festival since a long time.
What's the place of Tribeca in the international panorama of festivals? I mean, because the panorama is crowded. I mean, there are so many festivals
But
around the world.
yes and no, because in America, in the US, you have most of the big one are Sundance, South by Southwest in Texas in April, and Tribeca, and then you have Palm Springs, Chicago, and you have films, but not as much.
Okay.
Tribeca is very international. Before we were talking about Tribeca, about the festival, about pop culture, because it's not only films, it's talks, it's interactive, it's gaming, a lot of music. We had last year an extraordinary talk between Steven Soderbergh and David Fincher. 500 people asking questions, filmmakers. So it's cool. It's really nice. So, no, I love Tribeca. It's a very different film festival if you compare to the New York Film Festival, which I forgot this one, which is in October. No, it's still very important. Yeah.
How do you see the presence of Spanish cinema in your festivals? I mean,
Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of Spanish film recently.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a question of calendar. So we can pick some film from Cannes. We didn't have because now we are in June. So we can have film from Cannes. We can have some film from Berlin. But most of the time, the international film, we prefer to have world premiere. Just because of the press and the reviews. We have also some international premieres. So we can have one film from Berlin or Cannes. So we didn't have recently a Spanish film. But we will.
Okay.
I hope.
How do you see
come
our
back.
industry?
Very diverse, very good. Of course, a lot of genre and a lot of filmmakers. You are not losing them, but are going away, and they are working for a platform. That's good. And even great filmmakers I know from the beginning, like Bayona, and of course they are great. And it's quite interesting because yesterday I had a fantastic dinner with Latino film.
Ah, okay.
And it's of course, and they were asking me. Is there any Spanish film you like? Yes, I say on my top maybe 15 film, I love Deprisa, and of course it's a
Carlos
Saura.
Saura.
It's a film I am not born with this film. I'm born with many films, but this film I really love it because at this time in the 80s nobody knows the film. It was totally unknown, so it was a kind of a discovery of the new wave of the Spanish cinema. It was great.
You keep in touch with many members of the American industry. How do you see the situation of the strikes right now?
Looks better, and maybe they're going to find a solution, I think, which is good. So you have also French actors and European actors. They are supporting the strike, and I think it's extremely important. I mean, what's going to happen with the artificial intelligence is very dangerous, especially for of course, the translator, of course, dubbing, of course, but the script writer. So I think this is something is so important. We are saying, okay, cool down a little bit because we have a job. We are used to do it. We are doing it well. And there is no reason to change it with the machine because it's we know everything, but the support is massive in the US. Everybody is in favor of all the strikers, and I hope they're going to find a solution because otherwise we will not present any film in Tribeca.
I know.
Because they have to make the film. They have to do the post-production. It's very important for all the industry. It's extremely important for even the exhibitors. How they can make, if you don't have Oppenheimer and Barbie, how could have been the summer? So this is really very important because it's supporting your cinema, our cinema in France, these blockbuster, quality blockbuster, are really helping us.
What do you think about Le Pot-au-Feu going to the Oscars?
I'm pretty happy with that. I should not say that because I love the Justine Triet film.
Me too. I love both.
I love both, but the thing is, Justine Triet, she can also be in other sections. Sandra Hüller, I suppose, gonna be best actress, probably best film. So Neon gonna try to push the film in 5 other categories. And why not having this another one? Because I love the Tran Anung film, not because I'm a foodie like you. But it's and I'm going to see the film again on Saturday morning at 11:30.
Yeah.
I really want to see this with my the film with my girlfriend because I really love the film.
Me too.
And,
I like
yeah,
both. Yeah.
yeah.
So our last question is sponsored by Filmin, and the question is, what film changed your life?
Okay, it's really difficult because I have a film which can change my life. It can be if it's a question in the morning, at night. It's really difficult. So I cannot say anything, but I have to name one.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say probably Pickpocket by Robert Bresson, because I love his book, Not sur le cinématographe, and he's one of my favorite inspiration and filmmaker. Not only me, but also Paul Schrader, and he had such an influence. And Pickpocket is a total masterpiece. I can watch it all the time. It's really
It's a great film.
It's a great film. So I would say this one, but there is so many.
So Frédéric Boyer,
Yes, David.
artistic director of Tribeca and Les Arcs and Reykjavik, thank you very much for being with us today.
Muchas gracias.
Enjoy San Sebastián, the rest of it.
I did already. Thank you.
Let's meet again next year.
Of course,
Thank
you
you.
will ask me the
Yeah, of course.
question. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a todos y seguimos en Kinótico porque no paran las entrevistas, estamos en San Sebastián.